Here in Beaver Stadium with head coach James Franklin. And coach, a Big Ten championship game on the horizon. What can you say about the character and the commitment of the team and the staff to be able to achieve this opportunity?
Yeah, it's been great. Obviously, it's been an interesting season. Perseverance is probably the best way I would describe it, but the players have been awesome. The coaching staff has been outstanding. I believe we've got the best coaching staff in the country. Really appreciative of those guys. We've all worked extremely hard together. The players have bought in. So it's great. It's great to see them have the success that they've worked so hard for. And we are blessed and fortunate to be representing the Big Ten East and playing Wisconsin. Coach has done a great job. Coach Chris has done a great job. Obviously, Coach Alvarez has been there forever, and they've been a consistent winner. So we're humbled and honored for this opportunity.
And speaking of Wisconsin, let's really get into Wisconsin, obviously bringing some challenges among the top 10 in the nation with scoring defense, not a lot allowing their opponents a lot of points. What's challenging about their defense?
I would describe really their team as kind of what you think of when you think of traditional Big Ten football. They're going to pound you on offense, big physical offensive line. I think they're 6'6" across the board. One guy 6'7", the tight end 6'6". I think they're leading the country. I think in time of possession. So that causes some challenges for you. Defensively, they're great up front, especially the four linebackers. I think that's their strength. They've also done a really good job in the secondary when it comes to interceptions and turnovers. But they make you earn it. They do a great job. They're really never out of position. They play with great fundamentals and techniques. And they've done a great job of not doing too much, keeping it simple, allowing their guys to play hard. There's some probably small nuances in what they do, that create some mismatches and challenges. But overall, they're a very traditional, hard-nosed Big Ten team.
And speaking of that secondary, the Badgers coming in with a national best 21 interceptions. What does the offense have to do in terms of raising their awareness?
Well, I think it starts with our emphasis on ball security. When I say ball security, a lot of people think about how you carry the ball, but it's also decision making. It's ball location in your throws. It's accuracy. It's the wide receivers when the ball is in the air. It's theirs and nobody else is coming down with it. And it's also protecting the quarterback. A lot of interceptions come from when quarterbacks are pressured or hit. So that factors into it as well. The best thing that you can do for a defensive back is to develop really good defensive linemen to put pressure on the quarterback, and they've been able to do those things. So I think Trace's mobility will help with those things, and then obviously being able to run the ball, which we haven't consistently been able to do this year. Being able to run the ball consistently would help us.
And then switching gears a little bit to Wisconsin's offense, obviously a very unique ground attack. What makes their running back unit so dynamic, especially with someone like Corey Clement as well?
Corey went to high school with Juwan Johnson, same high school in South Jersey. He's a big physical guy. He's got good feet. He's got good quickness. He's got really good vision. He's 235 pounds. Again, behind a really big physical offensive line, probably the best offensive line that we've seen this year. And then they do a great job with running the ball, play action pass, shots down the field, probably similar to a Michigan State, similar to a Pitt. I think it's going to be similar to what we've seen with those two teams. So it'll be a real challenge for us. I know what Robert Windsor, who's from the state of Wisconsin, was offered and recruited by Wisconsin. I know he's going to be fired up and going crazy. He's probably going to have Velveeta cheese pouring out his nose and be jacked up and ready for the game, frothing at the mouth. I know his family's really excited about it as well. Whenever you have those type of connections, Tommy Stevens from Indianapolis, and him giving him a chance to go home. So those kind of storylines behind the scenes are going to be great.
And, with all the improvements that have been made, Trace's mobility, linebackers getting back into the swing of things, defensive line, what are some areas that you're really excited for in terms of positive matchups where you expect big things from Penn State?
Well, I think, the matchups are really kind of what it comes down to week in and week out. And, we're a team that's pretty explosive, in the running game with our running backs, even getting the ball in the running backs' hands in the passing game, with our tight ends down the field, with our wide receivers down the field. That'll probably be an interesting storyline of the game, their interceptions versus our explosive plays. I think that's going to be a big factor in the game. Like always, it's going to start up front with their O-line versus our D-line and vice versa. And then we both have kind of young quarterbacks playing, and obviously Trace has been playing really well the last couple of weeks, so that'll be interesting. And then the other area, special teams, we've improved probably in that area as much as anywhere over the last couple of years, and it's really turned into a strength of ours. And in these types of games, championship games, field position and special teams play are usually critical.
And then how about the support of the Penn State community? I mean, we saw earlier this week you out with students lined up, waiting to get their ticket allotment, tickets going so fast. What has the support meant, and what is it going to mean come Saturday in Indianapolis?
Our fans are special. There's a big debate going on Twitter whether we should wear blue or white, and in my mind, just white just seems to pop out so much more. I hope our fans come out and support us like they have all year long. They've made a huge impact. This place is special. Like you mentioned, I think it was Sunday night. We got done watching film. It was 11:30 at night. I'm on my ride home. I said, I'm gonna stop over and see the students. And 150 tents. I was worried. I don't want them getting sick, and I told them this is no excuse to miss class tomorrow. Make sure you get to class. And then we had a bunch of football players bring them breakfast over in the morning to thank them for the support that they give us. So they've been awesome. But we're going to need them. We're gonna have to have a strong presence there, and we need them screaming and going crazy so we can feed off of their energy. The weather should be great, obviously indoor, so it shouldn't be difficult to pick out your outfit.
70 and sunny, hopefully.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you so much. Good luck this
Thank
weekend,
you.
Coach.